Howdy, everybody out there. Welcome back to my little digital slice of the grand land of Olean. So today we're going to continue with my read aloud of Maximum Entertainment 2.0. But this episode's going to be a little bit different. We are going to be reading the highlight, which is the Berglas A-Can, which was at the end of Chapter 4. We're not going to get into Chapter 5 today because we are going to be performing a routine that we do in the wild, but we're going to do it with no pattern. We're just going to perform the effect as it is. Then, as we get into Chapter 5, which is about scripting and rehearsing, take a look-see here. There's Chapter 4. There's David Berglas, preparation. Scripting and rehearsing is Chapter 5. So we're going to present the routine that we want to do, and then we're going to work on the script as we move forward for this as an example. So let's go ahead and start reading David Berglas A-Can, personal entertainment highlight. Don't forget to check out Zenbuster Music. It's in the background. It's fantastic. I'll have the link down below just for your entertainment purposes. And then something for myself, I will have an Amazon affiliate link down below. If you make any purchases from Amazon within 24 hours of clicking the link, it may provide a small commission to the channel. So I really do help. I do really appreciate you supporting the channel in that way. Don't forget about the book sponsorship. Any money that is donated on our super chat or super thanks for the purposes of this video or these videos that we're doing will go towards sponsoring a book. We already have one. We just need to raise the money to ship it out. So let's go ahead and get started with the read. A personal entertainment highlight. David Berglas, A-Can. At first, back in the 1970s, it was known simply as the Berglas effect. Then a name was attached. Any card at any number. A-Can. As the legend spread, various innovators attempted solutions, and nowadays we see excellent versions of A-Can performed with some regularity. Many in our field, however, are somewhat puzzled by all the fuss over one card trick. After all, at its core, it is nothing more than a 1 out of 52 card trick prediction, and we have thousands of those. A great trick to be sure, but still, isn't it just one of many good effects? Well, no. As performed by David Berglas, it fully deserved its legendary status. What follows is my experience. A version was originally posted years ago on the Genie forum with Berglas. This is my best personal extraordinary moment. It occurred in the mid-1970s at a magic convention in the Midwest. My magic and mentalism buddies have grown weary of hearing this story, and possibly even doubtful that the retelling matches the reality. Nonetheless, this is what I remember. Berglas, Britain's international man of mystery, had starred in the evening stage show, and a highlight of the show was his now legendary any card any number routine. It was stunning. Now the only way I could have found a card trick to be stunning from my faraway balcony seat was for him to place impossible conditions on the situation. The pack stays in full view at all times. The volunteers are selected in a truly random fashion, and the idea that every choice is not only freely made, without any restrictions, but also that they could change their decisions at any time. And there had to be no way he could have manipulated the cards. As far as I can recall, that is a reasonable description of what he did. He pulled it off with his unparalleled showmanship, and it was a major highlight of the evening gala show. But that's just the beginning of the story. The following afternoon, as I roamed the dealer's booths, I encountered David pitching some product. I think it was as a favor to a friend. I recall little of that conversation except I brought up the card trick. I may have even used the word stooges. How rude of me! Exclamation point! And the next thing I knew, he had placed a deck of cards unboxed onto my outstretched palm, and then he said 3 things to me. He asked me to name one of the cards, then please say a number from 1 to 52, and finally, from top or bottom. Now, while I may have forgotten some details about the routine, what I recall with great clarity was this. I began laughing nervously, and thinking, or perhaps saying aloud, this can't happen. I'm a professional magician and mentalist. I know how this is supposed to end. I know all the basic techniques. Exclamation point! You cannot make this happen! Another exclamation point! The cards are in my hands! Yet another exclamation point! And yet he calmly continued. 5 of clubs, did you say? Yes. 17 was the number? Yes. And you said from the top? That's right. Please deal 16 cards from the top of the deck onto my hand and then stop. 14, 15, 16. Is the next card the 17th card from the top? Yes. And then the card you asked for was the 5 of clubs? Yes. Did he stop talking at that point? Did he verbally request that I turn over the next card? Did he just smile? I don't remember. What I do know was that he never touched the cards. The 17th card, the 5 of clubs, stared back at me from my own undoubtedly sweaty hands. Over more than 5 decades, I have sought out magic and magicians in locations around the globe. I have been fooled with some pleasing frequency, bewildered now and then, but only one trick stands apart from all the others. This is the only trick in which I recall not only the effect of what happened, but the effect it had on my nervous system when he asked me to give him a number from 1 to 52. The next day over lunch, he did it for me again. For many years, I knew of no one else who experienced what I had just described. Finally, however, I found out that at least 3 highly knowledgeable and respected members of the Psychic Entertainers Association, Charles Reynolds, Marcelo Truzzi, and the great Israeli mentalist and dear friend Lior Minor, had virtually identical one-on-one experiences with the Berglas effect. They all told me that they too were gobsmacked in exactly the same way I had been. A postscript. In May 2017, I told this story to Darren Brown as we enjoyed lunch at a fine New York restaurant. He smiled and asked, "Have you read the Berglas book?" I hadn't, and I realized at that moment that I probably won't. Some mysteries are too good to spoil. Section 3, Preparation. The state of having been made ready beforehand, readiness. And that's Chapter 5, Scripting and Rehearsing, which we will do tomorrow. Now, what I'd like to do real quick for you is I want to go through a presentation. This is a trick that like I said, I do this routine in person. And normally I have a little bit of patter with it. And today we're going to scrap the patter for now. And we're only going to perform the trick as the magician with the props. And then we're going to add in scripting after we get through Chapter 5 and so on and so forth. Now, we do have a die here today just to establish the rules. If you were here, you'd be able to make a selection, but since you're not, it's going to be, there's going to be 3 piles, and when I roll this, it's going to be 1, 2, or 3. Obviously, if it's 4, 5, or 6, then we cut that in half, and we go, well, you know what I'm saying. Like, 4, 5, and 6 is also 1, 2, and 3. Anyway, so the idea of performing this as it is right now, we're going to go ahead and jump into that. We're going to switch over to the other view so that you can kind of see a little bit more. Now, if we do flash or anything like that, it can happen. This is kind of a live performance in this essence that we've already done the rest of the video. So really hope you guys enjoy, and here we go. Go ahead with the routine. Okay, and there you have it. Beautiful little routine. We're going to give you a small little breakdown. We did roll the die twice because we wanted to roll it the first time, and then we wanted to simulate giving you a free choice to change your mind. Now, in a performance, you could say yes or no, and we wouldn't have to roll it again. It's a free choice. It truly is. So, we love this trick. It starts off with a little mesmerizing thing where we messed up a little bit, so you definitely want to be careful with that. I just continued because in a real performance, they don't really know, and the point of that is that it's supposed to be tripping the brain. So that's my opener for this effect because it's different. It's not the same. It's a little bit of a mix-up, legitimately making your brain like tricks your eyes for a second. So then when I switch to that, to this prediction trick idea, then I produce the 8-ball from the wallet. So the first effect, second effect, and then the third effect is the prediction. But the prediction is set up almost the entire time with the cards. So here's the routine that we're going to work on as we move forward. We'll work on other routines as well, but we really want to stick with something pretty simple that we do carry on a regular basis. So thank you, everybody. And remember, stay positive, stay active, and stay awesome. And we hope to see you tomorrow for Chapter 5, when we continue there he is, when we continue our read aloud of Maximum Entertainment 2.0. Don't forget to subscribe because it really does help out the channel. And over here, don't forget to click on the video that's just for you. Yeah, just for you. Ta-da!